Welcome back everybody, and as you can see from the insert picture there, that's the inspiration that I've got for the turntable. In this part of the episode we're going to be looking at putting the turntable back in and adding some more weathering to the turntable, and hopefully, all being well, get it working too. As you can see from this insert picture here, I've taken some advice from John Warner from Piccadilly Engage Model Railway that I buy some printed wall sheet from Scale Model Scenery. As you can see here, I've bought TX259. I've also bought TX225 as well as, which is the platform top. Both of those I'm going to be using on Finnerton Central later on, but for now we're going to concentrate on the turntable. Not looking too badly so far. As you can see there, the TX259 is now in. One of the best things I like about this product is the paper is quite thin, not too thin, so it enables me to slot it into here. I think if I used the Metcalf card, I mean that card is quite thick. If I'd used that, I think I probably would have had some issues trying to get this to go in. But yeah, I mean, no rocket science involved in this one. I've just applied a bit of PVA glue to the side and stuck it down, and I think that looks really nice. One thing I'm going to do now though is as you can see here, you can see the bottom of the panel here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cover all that up with some greenery. Next step is we're going to repaint this edge here black, and then we'll put the top piece here from Jumble in, and get that painted and weathered up as well. So here we are so far. I've now painted the top edge over here black, as you can see, and I've now cut all pieces to size, and that's what I've got left over there. Not much, but you know, there's enough there to do the whole thing. Some trimming is required, but yeah, that looks quite good, that does. So what I'm going to do now is get them all painted up and weathered, and then get ready to stick them down. So far I'm using Humbrol's 09 anthracite. I'm going to be using that as the base coat, and then we'll go from there. Any other changes I'll let you know. Now I've used a Citadel Curdex Grey. Quite like using these paints, and what I've done here is I've used a bit of scrap paper here, and I've dry brushed the grey over the top of the cobblestone, and that just brings the cobblestone out of the black, and the anthracite black is giving a like oily residue. So what I've done now is I've sprayed the drain covers in hairspray, and then using the brown pastel here, I've just got this implement here. Well, saying implement, it's my tweezers, and all I'm doing is just scratching that like so onto the drain covers. Okay, and then any powder that's spilt over, I'm putting to one side into a container so I don't waste it. So when that's dry, I can then put that back onto the turntable. So now on the turntable I've put the 3 screws in now to hold the base down, so that's all now nice and secure, and this all rotates around quite freely still. So on every stage that I'm doing, I'm quickly testing to make sure the bridge is still turning around okay. Quickly put a bit of PVA glue in the hole here where the screw is, ready for the drain to go in, so that if I ever have to take this back out again, I can. It won't be so difficult to pull up. Originally these were actually fixed down with super glue, and it did take me quite a long while to get them up. I didn't super glue it shut. So what we do now is we now place the drains into position. Like so. There we go. And then when that's set, it'll hopefully look the part. Now what I'm doing is I'm putting liberal amounts of PVA glue now down on the edges here. And then I'm adding some clump foliage to the edges, apart from the tweezers, and then push it in like so. So there you can see I put a bit of the clumped foliage now goes all the way around the edges very nicely, and I've checked the bridge as well, and the bridge doesn't catch underneath it either, so win-win for me I think. One of the other things pointed out to me as well, believe it or not, actually from my good lady wife, she told me that the top of the bridge here looked too shiny. She was absolutely right. So what I'm doing now is I'm toning it down a bit now with some more pastel mixed with hairspray, which I've got here, look. And I'm not cleaning out the lid either, because every time I add another colour to it, it brings just a whole new dimension to it, and now it's actually starting to look a little bit like mud. Now of course with hairspray it does dry out very, very quickly. So, a little bit of hairspray, spray it into the lid, mix it up a little bit, and that reactivates it, and then you carry on. And there we have it. So earlier on this year I bought this motor drive kit from Worley, and all I'm going to do now is disassemble the gear off this piece here and attach it to the turntable. Then once I've done that, I can then attach the motor drive, and then we'll test it and see whether it works. Wow, that's loud. Yeah, very noisy. Right then, in the next episode we're going to be looking at trying to sort out that infernal noise, and we're going to be having a look at the handrail on the bridge. I don't like the look of that, so I think I'm going to be changing the colour of that. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next episode. See you then. Bye.